Good morning, everybody. Right about 6 o'clock, cup number 3. Having 3 cups this morning. It's raining this morning. Tropical storm Harvey made another landfall for you all that don't keep up with such things. The rain we're getting this morning is the outer bands of that. It's supposed to rain most of the day, probably most of the night and tomorrow. It's not a flooding rain, nothing to see here, not yet unless something happens. But still praying for those folks in Texas and Louisiana and even into Alabama. A lot of people forget Alabama has a coastline. It's not very big, but there is a lot of folks over there that's going to be in trouble too with some flooding. So y'all keep them in your thoughts, in prayers. Give to the Red Cross if you can. That's my preferred charity. To some of my friends who don't know, that don't have TV, YouTube, as great as it is, live streams, Fox News, CNN, a lot of your local channels, your local news channels, live stream on YouTube also. So that's one way you can see what's going on if you care to know what's going on. A little bit irritated with a couple of people, but you know, folks, I know I preach about not watching the news all the time, but when something like this happens, we need to know what's going on around us. Now, people up north of me say, up in North Alabama and Tennessee, all up in there, well, it's not coming this way. Well, yes, it is. You need to pay attention. There's no telling what happened. There's another disturbance out coming off the coast of Africa. They figure to be a major hurricane coming right up through either the east coast or into the Gulf again. So that'll be the next week or the week after. You know, we really need to pay attention to that. Make sure we're prepared. And I'm guilty too. We've let our supplies drop quite a bit. We've got to get restocked. I've got knives I'm going to show you here in a minute once I get these finished, which hopefully will be this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon at the latest. Everything will be finished and ready to mail out. But I've said before, I've got survival type bags in each one of the vehicles. I've got one out here, I've got one in the boat. Last year I bought quite a bit more supplies, camping gear, stuff like that, and it's just out there in my gear room. So I'm gonna have to spend at least a day, maybe 2 days, taking every pack out, taking everything out, double check to make sure I've got everything where it needs to be. And I suggest y'all might want to do the same thing, because what happened in Texas could happen here very easily. And are we prepared for it? Would we have been prepared for it, if I can talk, last week or a few days ago? A good chance not. I mean, we've got the stuff for the most part, except for extra food. We've got some, but not what we should have. The gear and all that is not organized. I don't know where half of it, I mean, I know where it is, but I don't know what half of it is. I forget, I forget what's where. So I'm gonna work on that this weekend. I'm gonna get that all situated. Anyway, I got one finished one I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna go mail that today. Pardon me, and speaking of mail, if anybody has my post office box number, I am canceling the post office box today. If you need to send me something or make a payment that way or whatever, just send me a private message, let me know, and I will give you an address to send it to. I don't want to advertise it out for everybody, but if you need it, let me know and I'll get it to you. A lot of y'all's already got it. So. But I can't see paying for 6 months. I think this time it's $48 or something. And the last 6 month period I've only used it 2 or 3 times. I've got package or something from somebody. And then every month I get the big wad of junk mail that you get, in there. So anyway, post office box is gone as of today. I've got to start managing my funds a little bit better than I have. I'm spending too much, as my banker in the house tells me. So that's that. All right, let me show you these right quick before I ramble on too much. Ready? This is for Mr. Steve Douglas, the catfish dude. There's a bait knife, one of the 3D printed handles. And Steve runs Monster rod holders, sells rod holders and stuff. I'll leave a link to Steve's website. You can look up his rod holders and all that. Beautiful gar skin. Thank you very much, JNL0, for the gar. Excuse me. I'm gonna mail that to JNL today, and when you get it, he'll pass it on to Steve. That's nice. Pretty. That one turned out real nice. All right, projects for today and tomorrow. Got a set. Now these aren't finished. This one isn't finished. A camp knife, crown stag, JNL Skinner, and crown stag. And this will be a set. And there will also be gar skin sheaths for those. Because I have enough to make a set for these, and then I'm out of gar skin again. Pardon me. I've got plenty of catfish skin though. I've got a couple from Ohio, and I've got the 2 that I caught. So I've got plenty of catfish skin. Now remember, gar, catfish skin, I even have a beaver tail in there I'm going to work on pretty soon. That stuff costs more. That is premium goods because it's very hard to get. And if you've ever skinned a catfish, fleshed it, stretched it, and get it ready for something like this, 3 or 4 hours is about minimum time that you've got to work on these things. So it's a lot of work. That's why they cost a lot more. Darius, working on yours today. Buddy Gary over in Texas, I hope y'all are still dry. It's good to hear from you. I'm glad y'all are okay. Hope everything goes well for you. Working on yours today. Your camp knife. Shelly and Mike, I think that's the knife that y'all wanted. Working on that one today. I haven't decided on handle material for this yet. There's the leak again. I am surely not no roof patching fixer dude, because I patched that roof again and it's leaking again. So. Oh well. Anyway, Shelly, if you see this today, if you prefer any kind of handle material special, let me know. If not, I'll pick out something for you. Now these 2 and Gary's get the rosewood, that big rosewood block that I got. It'll be the first time I work with that. We'll see how nice that is. I'm sure it'll be pretty. All right, folks, I'm gonna take this in and pack it up, get it ready to mail, finish my coffee. I might have another cut. Who knows? It's hard to get motivated with everything going on, and rainy and humid and all that kind of stuff. So. But I'll get woke up real good and get about it here shortly. So I think I covered everything I wanted to for this morning. Thank you all for watching. I thank you for your support, and I will see you later.